Well, hello, Charlotte County. My name is James. I work at Tringali Park Rec Center in Englewood, and I am here to bring you another spooky recipe for the end of October. We all know that late October is a spooky time, and it's also a time where you might have some extra candy laying around. And so today I'm going to show you something you can do with it. We're going to make basically like a leftover candy popcorn. So what you'll need for this recipe is some sugar, butter, heavy whipping cream, a few different types of candy. You can choose your favorites. You can choose whatever's left over after you go trick-or-treating. Whatever you have, that'll work. Typically the sweeter candy are chocolates and some sweets like that. And then a couple bags of microwave popcorn. So to start, I've actually already made a bowl of popcorn. And so the first thing that we're going to do, like I said, this is a really quick, easy recipe. So the first thing we need to do is we need to make kind of a nice sugary glaze to put on this popcorn. So you're going to start with about a cup of sugar. That might be a little more than a cup. I don't know, I might put a little bit back. We don't want to have too much sugar, do we? All right, so that looks like about a cup of sugar. Your stick of butter. And then a third of a cup of your heavy whipping cream. And so once we have this all good to go, you can do this one of two ways. You can put it on the stove at medium heat for about 5 minutes once it comes to a boil, stirring about every 30 seconds. You've got to stir this pretty often. But what we're actually going to do is, because in our rec center we don't have a stove around, we're going to use a microwave. And so for this, what I'm going to do is I'll put about a third of a cup. That looks like about a third of a cup. We'll call that a third of a cup. And so I'm just going to put this in the microwave. I'm going to start at about a minute. I might even check it after about 30 seconds. And so as that's cooking, so I'm going to basically cook it until it's liquid. There's no, the sugar has gotten all liquefied. And that way you don't have any sugar crystals on your popcorn. So we're just gonna go, so like I said, on the stove about 5 minutes. We'll probably do about 4 to 5 minutes in the microwave. Good, all right. So I ended up leaving my sugar, heavy whipping cream, butter mixture in the microwave about 2.5 minutes, stirring every 30 seconds or so. And it's nice and it's liquid and the sugar has kind of liquefied with everything else. So the next step is kind of the exciting part. We get to pour this sugary goodness onto our popcorn. And so we want to make sure that we evenly coat everything. So kind of just drizzle a little bit at a time, stirring as you go, making sure that you get every little piece of popcorn nice and covered. And it is going to get the texture of like when you go to the movie theater and they pour all that butter on your popcorn, it's going to have about that same texture. And basically this is kind of up to you. This is as much or as little as you want. And so I've never shied away from sugar, so I've got a lot of it on here. If your bowl is a little too small, you might make a bit of a mess, but we're going to try not to do that. And so once you have this, now it's time to take whatever candy you have left over. So like, it's a spooky time of year, so we need worms, right? So I got some mini gummy worms. These here stick together, so we need to kind of get them all separated like that. That's everything in there. Got some M&Ms. We'll just put them all in. Looks like the best plan. Got some peanut butter M&Ms. I wanted some peanut butter flavor and couldn't find any Reese's, the mini cups, so got those. And then we'll throw in our fall classic, some candy corn. And I'm going to put about half the bag because we're going to save the other half for another recipe. All right, and then all you have to do now, get that candy mixed in. Make sure you get that and everything so there's a little bit of candy and a little bit of popcorn in every bite. And now, your only other step is to enjoy it. And this is best if you eat it right away while everything's still hot, everything's still fresh. And that will leave us a delicious dessert with some of our leftover Halloween candy. So if you liked what you saw today, be sure to keep tuning into our Charlotte County Parks and Recreation Facebook page. We post new videos every week at least, sometimes even more frequently. So be sure to come back and check us out. And thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.